Fox News claims furries are trying to become a part of the LGBTQ acronym, but this isn't true, and it's actually a conspiracy to ostracize these groups. Gut-filled believes furries stress about anthropomorphic animals for their own gratification. Many believe being accepted as a furry helped them accept their sexual orientation and gender identity. And falsely claim activists are pushing for acceptance of furry into the LGBTQ acronym. Furry fandom is a hobby, not a sexuality. They falsely claim that furry is about intimate behavior, claiming a 2019 study found that 99% of furries are driven by intimate motivation, which is cherry-picked with 344 males who said they were furries on an anonymous online questionnaire. After Kevin J. Sue, who claimed that men were being attracted to trans women as a disease, diagnosed all furries as attracted to being an animal in an intimate encounter, J. Michael Bailey, the other author, endorsed conversion therapy, a pseudoscientific practice attempting to change an individual's sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression to heterosexual and cisgender norms. There's a scientific consensus that it's ineffective and frequently causes significant long-term psychological harm in those who undergo it. The 10-minute segment makes more degrading jokes about furries. There's a skit involving a furry in a cheaply and poorly made mascot costume using the men's bathroom, while a woman is allowed to, attacking gender. They attack asexuals as they somehow not related to gay people. One claims furries are somehow the reason China sent the spy balloon. This is an attack on furries as a standard for the trans and LGBTQ plus community, similar to conspiracy theories that led to Pizzagate and January 6th. Both tragedies that were amplified by Fox News and the far right. This is not the only time that Fox News has attacked furries in the LGBTQ plus community. Fox uploaded a video titled "Mom Dresses as Cat to Combat Woke Schools" on December 3rd, 2022. It features Lindsey Graham, not the senator, a mom who believed they were a cat, and telling the audience they would see her as a woman dressed as a cat. A member of the elementary school board who was assigned male at birth was socially transitioning to be a female by putting on lipstick, growing out their hair, and wearing female clothing. They claim the transgender school board member has
a gender identity crisis,
that they're indoctrinating children and influencing school policies. Graham wears a cat costume to argue that people can identify whatever they want and demand that other people follow, claiming that the transgender school board member has a mental illness. The hoist exposed the transgender school board member's wife's death, claiming that it would have been okay to grieve privately, but wearing their clothes is too far. Graham says parents aren't taking responsibility for teaching children through biology, facts, and science. Graham saw one of the school board members in the gym, and he congratulated them for speaking out and that they've been fighting the gender of transgender accommodation among students and faculty. Despite the network's frequent attacks on furries in the LGBTQ plus community, Fox 61 surprised viewer by answering a neutral report on furries on September 3rd, 2021. The local anchors portrays furries as a hobby, even going to so far as to state that they're misunderstood. Two furries are interviewed and state it's an escape from reality.
A furry is someone who has a keen interest in and may dress up as anthropomorphic animals. That is, animals who have human characteristics, like the ability to talk or walk on hind legs.
This is a surprisingly accurate description of the fandom, considering it's from Fox News.
A lot of people think it's all about dressing up in animal costumes and running around, which is a part of it. It's a big community of people who share the similar interests getting together, and it's a huge friend group.
The news anchor describes looks and whispers furries to escape, but they're used to it.
It is weird. That's the joy of it. That's the beauty of it. The entire community is embracing that weirdness and just kind of rolling with it.
They clear up some misconceptions, like being a furry isn't a fetish, and they don't think they're really animals. They do take on the persona's personality. They don't do normal activities in the fursuit, only wearing them online at conventions like Kineticon, a pop culture convention that features furries, or raise money for charities. Like with all hobbies, being a furry can be costly, with custom-made fursuits costing a few $100,000. Fox News conflicting views on furries can be because of time, as the local report was released on 7/21, and the attacks on the fandom have been in the past few months. This is due to a recent hoax that claimed that litter boxes are being placed in school bathrooms for students who identify as cats, furries, or other kin. In 2021 and 2022, various conservative and far-right politicians and media personalities promoted the hoax to attack schools for enacting protections for transgender students. Many news outlets, fact-checking websites, and academic researchers have debunked these claims, and officials from every school named by those promoting the hoax verified the accusations as false. Fox News using other ways to attack the LGBTQ plus community, particularly transgender individuals who are seeking greater exceptions and legal protection. Fox News at their core acts is going to believe what they say, no matter how many times they get debunked. They're trying to use furries as a standard for the transgender and LGBTQ plus community, since a large amount of furries are LGBTQ plus, and trying to tie them to be a fetish, which has been thoroughly debunked throughout the 2010s. They likely know what they're saying is false, but they're trying to push the agenda against the transgender and LGBTQ plus community more broadly using furries. This is very concerning for those whose careers, livelihoods, and lives are at stake due to the number of anti-trans laws that have been passed in recent years. We must reject these claims and shame those who spread them and continue the progress that furries, the transgender, and LGBTQ plus community have seen in society. If you want to know how transphobia almost ruined a furry convention, check out ScotiaCon 2023 happening at the same time and place as the anti-trans rally.